Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about something a lot of clinicians are avoiding to mention this to you. I think it's my obligation to provide this service by telling you guys about these things and how this is going to impact your client. So it's very important to discuss about a dark truth in regarding to a person who has mental illness and addiction and sex addiction. So when all those three things combine together, the result will be devastating. Let me explain to you why. Well, let's talk about a person who had bipolar, for instance. A person who had bipolar may, trigger this person who have two different sides of themselves, right? If you know the basics about bipolar, a person can have extremely feel exciting, delightful, and happy, and then maybe the next moment they become really sad, depressive, and not able to do anything, motivated to do anything. So a person that say they have bipolar, right? When they are very motivated, they want to do so many things at the same time. And when they are not motivated, they just gonna collapse, right? They just probably just sitting over there doing nothing. Let's imagine again, if a person who have bipolar also have addiction to drugs, and how does that make that person look like? Let's say that person consume weed. The person can consume crystal meth. The person can consume multiple types of the medication. I want to say medication because for them it's a medication for them to feel better, but for a clinician like us, it's a drug, right? A person have bipolar plus heavily using, and how does that make that person feel? They may lose consciousness, may become very hyper active, they may become like a zombie. And depending on the situation, they can add something really crazy, right? Drinking multiple times, or maybe plus drug and alcohol. That's very worse in the mental illness. But like I say, that's put other thing into the perspective. If the person who has bipolar plus addiction to the drug, alcohol, and who is a sex addict, then what's going to happen? So thinking about this situation is very devastating. Well, bipolar is already very extreme. Plus, they are doing drugs, right? They become crazy and very enthusiastic about their things. And then later, they are, having a period, or they are become sex addict. Right, they trying to have multiple sex with different partner, different people. Then that would be very dangerous combination. They may involve with the criminal system, justice, and all those bad things may happen to them. So I just want to describe and tell you guys how serious a person can have if they have those three combinations, and how can you help them with it. Of course, they need to go through treatment, they need to have experienced therapists to help them, and definitely identify what they need is the most important thing. All right, thank you for tuning to my channel today. I hope this channel give you some idea about how to help your client and increase your knowledge in mental health, and I will see you again at the next video.